Hey y'all, Legacy 4x4 here, back again. It's Matt. I went to the steel yard, dropped $500 worth of steel to get enough steel for the bumper, roof rack, and everything else. I got 9x10 of 3/16. It was gonna be a lot of projects. It's gonna be the bumper, like the meat of the bumpers. It's gonna help on the roof rack. I got mesh and support for the roof rack. And it's gonna be the new dash for the CJ, which we're gonna make here in a little bit because it really needs a new dash. It needs a little freshen up. So that's gonna happen. But what I am gonna do is use these support beams. It's gonna be the base of the bumper. I'm gonna weld them in place against the frame, against the Wagoneer frame. They're gonna come out. I already pre-measured them with the bumper sitting on it so they come out long enough. I'm gonna take these two squares of 3/16 and I'm gonna really strengthen the ends. Something like that, weld that all together so it's super thick. 3/16 times 3, quick math, 9/16. Oh, 9/16. Yeah, so we're going to have a 9/16 end. I'm gonna weld that all together, drill through it right in the middle, and that's gonna be the shackle point for the front two shackles. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go weld those together, start drilling through them. Okay, I got my two support pieces made. They're going to here. I just went ahead and drilled a hole so I can put a bolt through them. That way I can test fit everything before I do the final weld on. But I'm gonna get going. Here's them installed. Okay, I got the two supports in. They're just tacked in place right now. What I'm gonna do next is cut out my winch plate, what the winch is gonna rest on. I'm gonna have it coming to here at the narrowest and then coming to the front at the widest, so that the fair lead will be even with the front of the shackle receivers, and it'll be narrowest where like the bumper ends, where the winch pretty much ends. So this little gap right here, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's like a trapezoid rhombus shape. All right, just got done making the plate that's gonna support the winch. So it is, drill 4 holes to mount the winch from underneath, just screws in, mounts in. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on and get working on the fair lead. All right, just got done tacking the plate into place, putting the winch on and everything. Here's how it looks so far. Ain't too bad. It's gonna do its job. I'm a little uneasy about that gap up there between the support plate and the plate that holds the winch. Not for size or anything, but just because if the winch is pulling, I'm gonna need that to be welded the whole way. So I think next thing I'm gonna do is throw two support, like 2x2 pieces along this inner corner. All right, change of plans. I took the winch off because my support piece that I made, I'm gonna have it bolt in to this plate at the bottom and through the support plate, just in case if I ever want to adjust it. I know it's gonna be semi-permanent, and it's also easier to weld in this little notch tubing. So I'm just gonna bolt it in with 2 grade 8 bolts. I'm going to weld in some more plate support right here instead of that tube, because the tube, you can't really get a good weld with that angle on it. So, all right, just got done making all the support, like the main pulling bracket where all the stretch is gonna be. Here's what I got so far. Like I said, it's just the plate and support, and then extra supports on the support. So 2 3/16 on each side of the 3/16 support bar. 1 2x2 3/16 wall that reaches to the back of the frame, touches the frame, and yeah. And then the winch just mounts it, just bolted in. So next coming up is gonna be the fair lead plate. Whew. All right, it's nighttime now. I spent 4 hours working today and didn't really accomplish that much, so not too happy, but there's always tomorrow. And ran out of welding wire, had to order more, and I kind of just sat and stared. But I got the fair lead plate on, obviously, because This is already final. This is gonna get ground down and then re-welded. The back's already final welded, so it's already stuck in place. It's not going anywhere. And yeah, I'm gonna call it quits for tonight. All right, new day. Of course, right when you wake up, you always want to do things that you thought of when you're sitting in bed last night. So I threw on 2 more support 3/16 pieces on like equal ends, connecting straight to the frame. All right, y'all. Just got done cutting off those little side pieces, the boxing and the front winch plate. Fair lead straight down, and then into this side plate that breaks into this little pinch weld right here, just so it's when it's done, it'll look super smooth. I also forgot about, you know, mounting the controller box, so I put that underneath it on this side, and then when I build some covers for the bottom of it, you won't be able to see it. Wires all fit, everything fits, fair lead's in, half of it's done. I'm gonna go tack the other half in, and I'll probably finish weld all this. Okay, I'm letting the welder cool down from his duty cycle, but I got my shackles in the mail, so I went ahead and threw those on. It might be a little loud, I don't have any silencers yet, but I'm just gonna hang them there for now. I got my plate ready to start doing this bottom section where everything's gonna be covered. I mean, it's just gonna shoot down and be angled a little in. I'm going to cut the meat out of these 2 cut points, and then until I'm able to bend the steel by itself, bend to shape, weld beads over where that cut is, and then I will weld it to the rest of the bumper. All right, back at it here. I'm gonna go ahead and make some cardboard layouts to cover up this gap right here, just to get the shape. All right, pretty satisfied with that so far. I just need to grind it down now, clean up all the welds, but that goes throughout the whole front support section. Here's how it looks from a little further away. I'm pretty satisfied with it. I'm liking the shape so far. I don't think it's gonna be too tall. I think it's gonna be large enough to stand out, and the whole car already stands out. So I guess it is what it is. I'm digging the shape. I think it'll look a little more proportional when I build the wings out. So let's go ahead and get straight to that. That way I don't have to look at this giant, bull nose thing sitting in the front of my Jeep without anything else attached to it. All right. I just made my first piece of the wing. All I did was cut the meat out of it in the corner and bent it to where I want it. This is how I want it to line up. Let's see if I set the camera down somewhere. It's gonna go off the same just like this. Meet up at the end of the corner over there, and then there'll be a flat piece over top that runs seamlessly with the body. And that's what I'm going for. Ooh, more progress. I got that wing done. I put in the light that I want to put in. I got the other wing cut, or the base of the wing, I guess, cut and bent. I just gotta make the bottom and the top, and that should be done. And then I'll get the other light in, and we should be good to go to start grinding and painting. All right, just got done getting all the pieces welded on. I'm really satisfied with how it turned out. Like I said, I already put, the lights, I already put those in, the shackles and everything, just because I had them. I want to see what it looked like, but I am really stoked with how it turned out. All I got left to do, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, is I'm gonna grind everything down so it's flat, fill in any of the holes with little weld, and then grind that down, and then start painting. Just got done grinding. All that's left is the paint. I'll get that prepped in a second. I went ahead and filled most of the gaps that the welder can handle, because it's a little Eastwood 135, and I filled it with a little bit of epoxy. All right, guys, bumper's finally done. I let it dry overnight. For paint wise, I just did 2 coats of black spray paint and then 3 coats of Herculiner spray on bed liner, just because I had it left over and I wanted a little bit of texture to it. I didn't want it to be super glossy. I don't know if you can see the texture. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it's there. It's like a subtle amount of texture. And like I said, this whole process was just, you know, building it as I go. I had like a general idea of what I wanted to do, and then just the rest of it was just building as I go and seeing what would work. Like those 2 lights I had in a bin. I had no intention of putting lights on it, but I had them in a bin, so I figured I might as well use them. But overall, I mean, I think it was $150 worth of steel, $20 in shackles, you know, and the winch. It was pretty, and then probably $40 in welding wire. But I'm really happy with how it came out. Super ecstatic about the look of it, and once the hood and the grill's on and everything, it'll look a lot better. It'll like all look complete. Those 2 turn signal lights, they're gonna get covered up in patches, and then I got 2 5.5-inch lights right here. That's where those lights are gonna go, so those will be gone a little bit, and the whole body line will be a lot smoother. But that's in a video to come. That's not on my to-do list right now. But anyways, as a side note, we just hit 1,500 subscribers, and we're super appreciative of everyone who subscribed. So thank you again for everyone who watched it. And be sure to keep sharing, liking, commenting, just helping us out, you know? We definitely appreciate it. All right, see ya.